My name is Rick Shiomi. I'm the co-founder and the co-artistic director of Full Circle Theater Company. Myself and Martha Johnson, who is the co-artistic director with me, the two of us in some ways originated the idea of Full Circle Theater Company, and as we developed the idea, we realized we wanted to involve several other artists who we really respected and were interested in working with, and we wanted to create a larger concept with the company, a company that had several different people from different backgrounds who wanted to work together in a way that you don't necessarily see in the Twin Cities or in America in many ways. I started in theater, my first play was done in 1982, so more than 35 years, because I spent those first 2 years writing that play and working in the Asian American Theater Company in San Francisco, sort of as a tech person, as a stage painter, things like that, just getting to know theater itself. And then what happened is I wrote my first play during that period between 1980 and 82, and they produced it at that theater company in 1982 in March, and we really had a great time. I think it's everything about theater is such a fascinating process to me. I often say it's in my blood or in my DNA because my grandfather did theater in Vancouver at the turn of the 19th century, and he always loved it when he was a kid. So it was so interesting. I actually didn't discover that element in my background until after I was involved in theater, and then my family started telling me about it. And so it was really fascinating. And then I find, you know, one of the most memorable moments I had in theater was actually, you know, 2 in the morning painting a set at the Asian American Theater Company in San Francisco, and realizing that I sort of had found who I was and what I wanted to do and the world that I wanted to be in. And then writing the play was an amazing experience, of course, because then the success of that play sort of catapulted me into the whole world of theater in a way as a playwright. And then that led to being a director, and that led to being an artistic director. They're a group, in my mind, of extraordinary people. Stephanie Lee Walseth is a young artist who in many ways has crossed over artist and organizational skills. And she was a student of Martha's, the co-artistic director at Augsburg College, and so we knew her through that. And then we knew her, she worked at MU Performing Arts when I was the artistic director there. She was the managing director for a few years. Then she was at Penumbra, so we knew that she had this sort of cross-cultural intersectionality background, and we loved her as a person and as an artist, so she was a natural. Then the third person that we brought in, Laura Trujillo, for us it was kind of an outside concept in a way, because out of the blue, Laura had come to audition for a MU Performing Arts production of Into the Woods, and we cast her, even though she's not Asian American. Being Latino, I felt like there was an affinity there, and the role we had for her was to us a great fit. And of course, I learned that she's a wonderful person and a wonderful artist and a great singer. So all of those elements to me were like, oh, this is somebody who we want to involve. So we worked 2 or 3 times with her and with MU Performing Arts, and then so she was a natural for us. She really has an understanding of her background as a Latino American artist, and I think that that's really exciting for us as well. The vision for me is we are all in this together, and so we have to all work together. We have to learn that. What's important to me is that I spent 30 years basically working in Asian American theater and trying to build it up both in San Francisco, New York, but also here in the Twin Cities. And now it's a real entity, and it has generated some fantastic artists, and I'm really happy about that. But the next step for me was with all these great artists working in their own companies, I'd love to have some of them come together and let's see what we can do together. And that is, to me, the exciting element of it. It's a huge exploration in a territory for me that I'm a novice. So in that sense, if you want to stay young, you've got to, one, keep learning, and two, keep exploring. And to me, this is an exploration that is truly exciting. I get to work with people that I haven't usually worked with, and not only the core artists, but all the actors that we work with. Because when I was at MOOC Performing Arts, it was great to work and develop all those Asian American actors. But there are a lot of other actors that I would love to work with. And so having all of that becomes a whole new sort of world of artistic work that I'm excited about. Sacred Passage was for us our first production, and what was exciting about that was the five of us came together and we realized, what do we know about each other? And how are we going to work together? And are we going to be able to work together? So we wanted to do a smaller project that really brought us together in a way that was really very deep and very personal. And so we took each of our personal stories and started writing them and about how we got into theater. And what we discovered was a fascinating cross-section of stories. And so we actually put that together. We intercut all our stories into one piece called Sacred Passage. And so we were really excited about that. And at some point, I'm sure we will remount it because it really tells our story in a way that's in-depth and yet at the same time full of fun and very entertaining. It's a vision of what America's becoming, what it can become, in a sense, because it's a long-term process, as we know. It's not like tomorrow we're going to have something. We do one production and it's going to be there. No, it's more like you have to do several years, many years of these kinds of productions in order to start to become the kind of impact, have the kind of impact, and become the kind of company and kind of model for others, so that they can see that, oh yeah, we can all share power, we can all share our visions, we can all share our artistic work together, and it actually makes something even better. I'm excited about what we're doing, but also at the same time, I'm excited that people in our community are starting to recognize the value and importance of that work. And not so much on an ego part, but on this is something that's possible in our community.